This episode of the Beauty by ABIC podcast is brought to you by the Global Beauty Group.
Hello and welcome to the Beauty by ABIC podcast, your online support community for the aesthetic and beauty industry. Here, we are strengthening and unifying the industry through representation, innovation, and education. This is a platform created and dedicated to the aesthetic and beauty industry, valuing unity and advancement. We serve to represent, support, and inspire you by connecting you with industry experts, expanding your knowledge through educational pieces, and bringing you the latest industry news. This is Beauty by ABIC.
Today's guests are Elise Andrews from the Global Beauty Group and Cherie Tippet from Simply Elegant. As clinical and training manager at the Global Beauty Group, Elise brings both a wealth of skin and science knowledge to her role. Obtaining a Diploma of Beauty Therapy, CIDESCO and ITEC Certified, and a Bachelor of Health Science in Dermal Therapies, she has a passion for supporting skin professionals to achieve life-changing results for their clients. Owner of Queensland-based salon Simply Elegant, Cherie Tippet has been delivering luxurious client experiences that reflect her passion for beauty and wellness for over 30 years. Cherie and Simply Elegant have been awarded some of the industry's highest honours, including the prestigious World Luxury Spa Awards, Best Beauty Salon Globally, ABIA Queensland Salon of the Year, and Business Achievers Hall of Fame Awards. Here to discuss how to incorporate technology-enhanced skin analysis into your client consultations and how this can help increase skincare sales and provide a great consultation from the Global Beauty Group, Simply Elegant. Today, we welcome Elise Andrews and Cherie Tippet. Elise and Cherie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Tamara. Lovely to be here.
Thank you, Tamara.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. I'm excited to jump into the conversation with you both today. If you have listened to the podcast before, you will know that we start all of our episodes the same way each week by jumping into how our guests entered into the industry. Now, Elise, as a veteran of the podcast, you've been on here a few times. So why don't you give us the too long didn't read version, and then we'll throw over to Cherie.
Not a problem at all. So when I was studying at school, I always knew that I wanted to help people, but I didn't know exactly what that looked like for me. I considered nursing for a long time, but it really didn't quite feel like the right fit. So my mum actually came across this Bachelor of Health Science in Dermal Therapies course. And when she showed it to me, it just sounded perfect. So I completed my Diploma of Beauty Therapy, went on to do my Bachelor of Health Science, got started in the industry and just fell in love from there. So what I really identified when I was working in clinics was that while I worked with so much amazing technology, unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of ongoing support. So now that I'm working with the Global Beauty Group, being in a position of being a dermal educator and now the clinical and training manager, I have this real opportunity to provide that support that I wish I had when I was working in a clinician. So that's what really fuels me every day and drives my passion for the industry.
Incredible. And we love Mum for that. And how fabulous that she was kind of like, you should do this. And, you're so passionate about it as well. That's amazing.
Yeah, mums know best.
It's very true. What was it for you, Cherie?
I completed my Diploma of Beauty Therapy straight from high school, and it was the best thing that I've done. I love it. The industry's changed a lot since I've entered. I finished my diploma in 1993. So lots have changed. It was more hands-on, relaxing, hour-and-a-half treatments, whereas now it's results half an hour for most clients. And yeah, it's just wonderful to be in an industry that's consistently changing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I love that most about our industry is that it is always changing and it's always keeping us on our toes. As you said, we started with relax. I remember, I'm telling people that I worked in a day spa and they had no idea. They thought I was literally selling like hot tub spas. And now everyone knows what a day spa is. And we are moving into that more advanced medi-aesthetic way where we're looking at different technologies, and the industry just developed so much. And I think we're going to talk about that a lot today, that technology aspect of the industry. And I'd just like to ask that question of you both is, how has technology enhanced the skin analysis, changed the nature of client consultations for you?
So I know that back when I was working in clinics at the beginning, the consultation was honestly the favorite part. It's because you got to really connect with the client, understand what has brought them in there, and develop the most optimal treatment plan to get them their result. But unfortunately, consultations at the time didn't seem to hold much value. So they were very rushed. They were often scribbled down on a blank sheet of paper. This was either shoved into the client's file manually, it could get lost or destroyed, or you have to try to decipher those notes at the last minute. So there were upgrades during my time. We then went on to digital note taking. But again, these were just really a blank box on a computer that weren't really designed for inputting consultation notes. And in addition to that, taking photos during your consultations. I mean, you were using a big chunky camera. It would take forever to upload these photos onto client files on the computer, trying to label them correctly, trying to find them again. But even in the instances where notes were taken down perfectly and photos were captured and filed every time, you'd go back in and try to compare before and after photos. And there were inconsistencies with the lighting, the positioning. It would look like a completely different person, or you wouldn't be able to identify those really intricate changes in the skin that took place. So it was a really difficult process. But now being exposed to our Observe devices, which are of course perfect for digital consultations, has been a complete game changer. So essentially these devices are used to take really clear, consistent photos of the clients every single time. And not only in natural daylight mode, but also using different modes to have a look at underlying pigmentation and redness, textural concerns. They have a Woods lamp mode so you can assess skin dehydration and oil flow, and even new modes that allow you to look at volume, perfect for injectables. So this really helped to make the process of identifying these skin conditions so much easier and allow you to really connect with the client, because they can visually see these changes on the skin and understand how these underlying skin conditions will contribute to their overall skin health. And you can explain to them that addressing them early is the perfect way to really prevent them from worsening in the future. So along with that, the Observe also offers you the opportunity to really do the entire consultation on the iPad itself. What that means is no more note taking, scribbling it down, typing it up in the file, losing the notes that you've taken. It's one source of truth for all of your clients' notes. So this has been really fantastic for really developing comprehensive consultation plans with your client. You can manually circle and label skin conditions that you visually see. You can develop treatment plans by recommending the precise treatments that they need for each area of the skin. On the app, you can also prescribe products right there and then. You can even input data that will tell you how much the treatments are going to cost and even how long the treatments are going to take. So by the end of the consultation process, you have such a comprehensive plan that clients identify and connect with in a really valuable way that encourages them to take action, really trust what you're saying, and follow through with the entire treatment process, because they know that you'll be able to deliver them the results that they want. So technology has just been such a powerful way to transform the consultation process and such a valuable tool to have in clinic.
Yes. Oh my goodness. As you were talking, I'm just getting so many flashbacks of 6-page paper consultations and then sitting in a treatment room, doing a beautiful dark cleanse and then turning all the lights up and just waking my client up, feeling across the skin. But not only that, at the end of the treatment, getting out the menu and the price list and writing down everything so manually. I never realized how much we had evolved really in our business. And I'm sure you've got something to add to that as well, Cherie. You've probably dealt with that across many different years and many different upgrades.
We have, and the consultation devices that are available now are outstanding. It's definitely changed our business. So with our consultations, when our clients arrive, they get taken straight over to the Observe and we do a full skin consultation with them. The conversation actually begins when they make their initial booking. So we let them know on the phone, we will be looking at your skin and discuss their concerns that they do have, and let them know then that they will be provided a full consultation. This way we can assess their skin and get the results that they are wanting.
Yeah, amazing. And that kind of feeds into the next thing that I'm wondering about is the client experience, because I guess from our end, we're all thinking about how it makes our life easier as a therapist or a clinician in terms of, less paper, and we're not trying to use big clipboards and trying to find a pen that actually works these days. But I'm wondering from the client end, what does that experience look like when you have that kind of, upgrade in your service? You're not using pen and paper anymore. You're using this technology in the space.
The clients do love it. They absolutely love it. They want technology, they want results, and they want to know that you're an up-to-date business that's going to provide that. So to have them initially come over and get their skin assessed in such an advanced technology, most of them are blown away by the in-depth consultation that we do offer. And they can see their skin, they can see exactly what concerns, they want to focus on. And then, we go from there in regards to skincare and then a treatment plan. And we do this all at the initial time, so before they've been taken through to the treatment room.
Amazing. So you're planting the seed at that very, very first touch point. So they know what their expectations are. They know how they're going to be set. And I guess that will probably help them feel more engaged in the experience as well. They're not just being told you have this or your skin's presenting like this. They can truly see it as well. They see the results and the changes.
Yes, they do. And with them seeing the outcome of their skin and what their skin does look like under those different photos, it actually helps them understand why we are recommending particular skincare or particular treatment, and the outcome then to what treatment they were actually booked in for may change. So they want to get results. Today's clients want results. And if we can do that through a full entailed consultation, it's amazing.
And are they excited to see their face and those changes? I know you can kind of use that little, I don't even know what the word is. It's like a slider, right? You can see the before and after, and you can see the natural versus the pigmentation, or the natural versus the UV. It excites me, obviously. I'm a therapist, but how are the clients reacting to kind of seeing those before and afters?
They are excited. They're very excited to see the before and afters, definitely. Before, sometimes not so excited on their afters, very excited.
That makes a lot of sense. And I'm wondering then, what kind of increase in skincare and treatment sales have you seen since launching your technology-enhanced skin analysis? And I guess further to that, what contribution has assisted that? I think that's probably the $1 million question that a lot of business owners are asking. They're going, okay, I'm excited. I know I need this machinery. I know I need this technology in my space, but really, how impressive is it to your bottom line, I guess?
So when we first introduced the Observe, that first month we had an increase by 30%.
Wow.
So that's in retail and in treatment programs. So it's amazing. So showing the client and going through with them that full consultation and them seeing it visually is the, it's the decider of what they're going to go ahead and make changes with their skin.
Yeah, incredible. And so 30% for you, obviously, in the back end business-wise is incredible, but 30% for your clients as well to achieve those results, because they're now more engaged, more invested in their program. They're physically seeing the results. They are, truly invested in what the therapist is telling them. Probably holds also a little bit more weight. It's tangible advice that we can see there based on the screen. I can see my dehydration. It's not just somebody telling me. So I'm sure that 30% business-wise for you, every business owner would be going, yeah, I'd like that. I'd like to add that as well to my business. But for client side, those results just must have been incredible.
It is. And you actually cement a long-term client to your business. It's not just about that initial treatment today. It's about making sure they're happy with their skin, and you've got that return customer, not just for that first month, but continual. And that's what makes a difference with the Observe, is making sure that we continually achieve our clients the results that they wish for.
Innovating the industry since 2010, the Global Beauty Group are driven by a mission to make people feel wonderful. Their focus on delivering clinics with forward-thinking treatment innovations and an unparalleled level of service has supported over 4,500 beauty businesses succeed with advanced aesthetic and medical-grade technology. From rapid response technical and clinical support 7 days a week, comprehensive marketing resources, online educational projects through ABIA Educator of the Year award-winning education hub and face-to-face training programs, clients enjoy ongoing support that leads the industry. Visit theglobalbeautygroup.com.au to browse their range of over 25 results-driven technologies. All call 1300 006 607 for more. The one thing that I absolutely must touch base on is that you said you're having that very first touch point with the client on the phone, setting the expectations. So I'm assuming somewhat your language is around, this is not just a one-off treatment. This is a treatment plan for life. And exactly as you were saying, Elise, coming back to treatment planning, I think sometimes as therapists, we get a bit stuck. We're like, where should I go? What should I do? What are the intervals? What are the cadences? And technology can help us do all of that.
It absolutely can. And having it all at your fingertips is just so powerful. In the Observe device itself, you actually have the option to completely customize how your concerns are described, how your treatments are described, and how your products are described. And what this does is not only offer consistency across all of your therapists in your clinic, but also offer consistency to your clients themselves. I don't know how many times clients go into consultations and come out feeling completely overwhelmed with the advice or the recommendations that they've received. And the worst thing that they can do is jump on Google and try to have a look for all of the different options. If you've recommended, for example, a chemical peel and they jump online and search chemical peel, they're probably going to see horrendous results of people having adverse reactions to peels that you don't even offer on your menu itself. But with the Observe, when you send the client the report at the end of their session, all of that information describing exactly what the treatment involves, what it is, how frequently they need it, what they can expect before and after the treatment, just really helps to improve their trust in you and also allows them to really be able to anticipate how they're going to respond to the treatment, plan accordingly, and, not be afraid if they're getting a little bit of peeling on their skin, they can look back in their notes, know that's exactly what they can expect. And in addition to that, they'll have a look at the skincare that you prescribed and know exactly how to use it to manage these types of results too. So I think that consistency is something that's so powerful for not only us, but also our clients to really increase their confidence in the treatments and the outcomes.
Absolutely. And it's one less thing for the therapist to worry about. We have incredible product houses and distribution companies who spend countless amounts of time and money on copywriters, to make our menus and our products and our treatments sound fantastic. The last thing you need is a therapist trying to describe something, 45 times a day, because that can be robotic, but also you can lose the message along the line. So if your device can have all of that copy and menu writing in there, and it's literally being scooted out to the client at the end via an email, that just saves the amount of paper in our handbags, because as if we need more of that, but it also helps that consistency. And I think that's key when it goes from therapist to therapist or business to business, because our clients should be able to have the same experience no matter who you are seeing in the treatment room. Because if your therapist is sick, you want that confidence as a business owner to say, actually, you can go with Mary today and you're still going to get the same level of treatment.
That's absolutely right. And when you're all working from the one platform with all the exact same information, there's no chance of that miscommunication. So the next therapist who's performing the treatment knows exactly what's uncovered, exactly what the client is understanding, and can just pick it up and take it from there.
Absolutely. Elise, I'm wondering if you can share with me any advice that you would have for clinic owners considering incorporating technology-enhanced skin analysis into their client consultation strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely my advice is to go for it, because technology-enhanced skin analysis is an absolute game changer. Clients, as we mentioned, are really savvy these days, and they absolutely recognize the value and the importance of undergoing a thorough consultation prior to undertaking any type of treatment course. Not only does this initial consultation allow the client to really feel seen and heard rather than just being another body on the bed, but it also allows the therapist the really important safety steps of identifying contraindications and correctly diagnosing skin conditions. For example, we know that mistreating conditions such as melasma or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation can actually worsen these conditions. So safety is definitely a priority and something that your digital skin consultations can really assist you with. So if you are looking at introducing or enhancing your consultation process, there are a couple of different ways that you can do this, because I actually hear a lot from the industry that sometimes people don't necessarily see the value in offering consultations, or they feel like it can be a bit of a money loss for them too. But in actual fact, there are different ways that you can introduce it. One way is introducing your consultation, which is free of charge with a treatment. Although you do invest the time to perform the consultation, the results show, and as Cherie mentioned, you actually receive the revenue on those treatments and those products that definitely make up for your time investment. But if you're a little shaky to start off that way, you can definitely charge a nominal fee, let's say $50 for the consultation. And a great way to do this is to have that redeemable on skincare, which means that there's a guaranteed skin purchase at the end of the session, and this will also pay back for your time investment. But the next level up is also just offer a flat fee for your consultations. You've invested in a really important piece of technology. If you are providing a top-notch consultation experience, you should have no problem at all charging for your time and for your expertise for clients to undergo this consultation service. But overall, technology is definitely going to take your consultations to the next level to allow you to generate more revenue and elevate your entire client experience. So we're really excited to actually launch our brand new Observe 320 device. So we have our 520X, which has additional light modes and features, which is perfect for clinics who are offering intensive dermal treatments and even injectables, because we're able to assess things like volume loss on the skin, which is absolutely incredible. But our Observe 320 device is a more streamlined version of our 520X. So this offers essential light modes that every single skin clinic will benefit from, especially if business owners are looking for a really cost-effective way to introduce these high-end consultations using amazing technology. So there are different levels of entry available for you to really take your consultations to the next level using the Observe device.
Incredible. That injection volume loss, you've got me sold. I feel like I need that at my next injectable consultation.
Absolutely.
And Cherie, I need to ask some advice from you as well, because I'm sure you have a lot when you're introducing a new technology into your business. There are so many things to think about. Obviously, as Elise was talking about, do we charge? Do we not charge? We know sometimes us as business owners, but also our therapists can have some money limitation stories around, oh, I've never charged for a consultation. How do I charge for a consultation? There's also the training and the language. Now we've got to incorporate that, as you mentioned, on the phone when somebody's asking a question. It's navigating the space in our treatment space. So making sure that, we break that habit, not just taking them into the treatment room. We start at the Observe and then we move on through. So I want to hear all of the advice that you've got for other business owners out there.
First and foremost, I'd like to say definitely a must-have to have the Observe. We would be lost without it. In regards to training our therapists, it all does start at that initial consultation. So if the initial consultation is on the phone, we do train the girls on how to speak with them so they do know exactly what's involved. And when the client does come, they know exactly what is going to happen. So today we're going to do a consultation with the Observe, and then we're going to take you through and then we can decide which treatments and everything's going to be best for you. And then everything's decided before we actually do their treatment. So if a client rings up and just wants to book in for a relaxing, let's just say $99 facial, that $99 facial is booked in with the book, and we also allow an extra 15 minutes for the consultation. We did make a decision at the very beginning not to charge for our consultations. It was a big decision, but the outcome that we've actually had, it was worth it. So when they do arrive, we take them straight to the Observe. There is different language that the therapists do have to use, and we do train them with that, and then we start the consultation. So just an example, just recent, one of our wonderful therapists had a lady booked in for a $99 facial. She ended up doing a radio frequency series and bought skincare, and her $99 spend ended up over $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So the power of the consultation is amazing. And if your staff are trained and committed, the outcomes are sensational. And that lady that actually went on is now also just about to purchase her second program. So, and she's purchased skincare every time that she's rebooked in for that, for her series of treatment. So definitely worth the investment.
Yeah. And the advice that I'm hearing kind of echoing behind that is use the technology in your business, as you know, your clients to take on anything else in the space, right? So you don't have to charge for a consultation. Understand who your clients are, figure out who your market is, understand how your therapists are going to perform. And you could even do a trial. So, maybe trial it 1 month, spend 1 month, don't spend, see how it lands for your business, and then ultimately make that decision, because what might work for one business might not work for another. So yeah, I love that. And that consistency of conversation, as you were saying, you've all of a sudden got to change your language. And as I mentioned, we can be slightly robotic. So for you to sit down and train your team in that new language and, that new verbiage is probably what helped most of your therapists get those large treatment packages across the line.
Absolutely. And the confidence that it gives the therapist as well is amazing. So with our business, we look at everything, the average dollar spend and times wage. So when a therapist first starts with us, their times wage might be, say, 2.5. Once they get that consultation perfected, they can be up to 7 times wage just through that power of that consultation with retail and with programs sales. And that therapist is a superstar then. And it just works through the whole business.
Absolutely. That confidence is key. Once, you've got that $99 client, as you mentioned, is now walking out the door having spent $2,000. Not only does the spend count, but that therapist is so excited because they get to see the client, return. They're about to take them on this journey. And that's a beautiful lifelong relationship there as well. And that confidence, I remember going into the back kitchen or the back staff room going, yes, oh my goodness, so exciting. And it just changes everyone's day.
It does. And it's good fun.
Very, very cool. Now, before we wrap up, I would just love to congratulate Elise and the team over at the Global Beauty Group, because I was proudly sat next to you guys at the ABIA's table, and your education team won this year's Educator of the Year in the product and equipment category. So congratulations. It's so well deserved. Everything you're all doing over there is just absolutely impeccable. And obviously listening to the technology that, we've got in our treatment rooms now that we've never been able to have before is just something special. So congrats.
Thanks so much, Tamara. We were so proud to achieve that award. We are so passionate about what we do. And like I said, I just want to provide the education that I didn't get, that I wish I had as a therapist. And having such an incredible team at the Global Beauty Group really helps us to achieve our goals every single day. So yeah, we were incredibly proud.
Brilliant. And thank you so much, Cherie, for coming on and speaking so openly and candidly about your business. I know it's not easy, and our industry can sometimes, feel like we're just in our own 4 treatment room walls. So I'm absolutely certain that this advice will help other business owners out there. So I appreciate your voice today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Tamara.
Thanks, Elise.
You've reached the end of another episode of the Beauty by ABIC podcast, your online support community for the aesthetic and beauty industry. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay connected.